Alex, Drew, a 7-1 win tonight against Invicta Dynamos is making it an 11-4 aggregate and taking you into the semi-finals next weekend. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we're delighted. We're really happy. I think if you asked us at the start of the week, it was an expectation for us to do that. I think we've played well against Invicta this year. I think we haven't lost to them this year, which is the only team in and around that area that we've gone clean sweep with. So overall delighted. Obviously yesterday tough game away, but we came away with points, and today an incredible performance from the team, a whole team performance, something we've been asking for all year. Really all came together and absolutely delighted.
Two really tough physical games for you this weekend. I think that showed obviously yesterday, 2 players picking up injuries. How does that affect the team when you've got to carry on with the game and pick up another game today?
To be honest with that, as much as you said, it was a whole team effort, and when one person's injured, 2 people are injured, everybody from 4th, 3rd line step up and just did the job. Everybody did their job.
It's just next guy mentality. I mean, the Callum thing was completely freak, but it shook a lot of players. To see a player with his face as it was not nice and warm up from a freak deflection. It just means that the next player steps up. Harry came up to the 2nd unit. Chris and Joe played regular shifts on the 3rd, and that was what it was. Obviously, the Kane incident wasn't nice, but mentality there is really strong from the guys. Better just see through that and take our chance on the power play and take that into today. And as you saw, Cal was back out there in a fishbowl, and that's what this team's all about.
And looking forward to next weekend, I think it's looking like a Solent Devils game. I think we've seen that a couple of times now in the semi-finals. So how are you planning? What's the preparation looking like for that?
I think it's just a bit like today. It's just putting everything together that we've been asking for all year, and I think that consistency is key. But realistically, in these one-game shootouts, it's just you've got to put it together for one game for 60 minutes, and if you can do that, anything can happen. I think there's a lot to reflect on in the Stretton final last year and how we didn't quite start so well, and so we'll be looking at that, making sure that we start well. We played well in parts the other week against them, but ultimately we just couldn't score. And I think as you saw this weekend, we've been managing to put the puck in the net. So I think that's just the key move into that game Saturday, is that it's a one-game shootout, and we'll be doing all our all to make that final.
And back to today's game, Drew. Big game for you. Big announcement with the retirement, and obviously we've had a presentation at the end there, and your last lap and your skate off. Just looking at some of your stats, I think it's quite impressive. Your Devils games, we had 317 for the Devils, 570 games overall, and 478 points for the Devils, and 1,119 overall. I think that's a pretty impressive career that anyone would be happy to have, and I think the fans obviously today showed their respect for you and their thoughts of what it is to lose such a big player, but emotional for you as well, I imagine.
Yeah, it is. My kids are here and well, the 2 oldest, and then girlfriend here and everything. But the fans have always been great with this club. I remember years ago when we were Div 2 coming up, and they were just amazing. And even now, there's such a great fan base in this thing, and they're always behind you. They're always there, But not only that, all the years playing with Muzz and even teams before. Like I played with Cal on the island and people up in Basingstoke like Pitsy and Lackey and that. But it just always seems when you come back to this stuff, it's just it is the end. It is. My body's getting to that point.
One more weekend.
Yeah, one more weekend. That is it.
Yeah.
Drew's been a great servant for not only our club, for English ice hockey, and I think that's shown the teams that he's played. A wonderful goal scorer, a natural talent, but not only that, just a great guy. I think everyone in the team enjoys being around Drew. It's fun spending time with him. He brings positivity to a room, and Drew will forever be known, along with a few others, that were the foundations of the change in this club. And for Drew himself to be one of those pillars that really started to shift what this club was all about, it will last forever. I mean, there's no more positive words than he's been a wonderful servant and a club legend, and he will remain that. The points, the games will not only showcase that, but lots of us that will be following soon in many years to come won't forget the massive commitment and the effort that Drew's put into this club.
Yeah, I think best said there was one more weekend, Drew.
Yeah, one more weekend. I'm ready for it.
Drew, thanks for your time.
Thanks so much.